Hello there, and welcome to this brand spanking new edition of
Someone's
Five.
a little upset.
I know the stuff that goes off camera.
People don't understand
Not
the
only
magic that
John
happens
Jones.
behind the camera.
This is FiveRoundMMA. My name is Alex Ramirez. Alongside me is Albert Cita and Guillermo Cita. I don't mind Guillermo's Clipper hat.
Yeah. I'm still a fan.
Of all the times to wear a Clipper hat, he picks this week to wear a Clipper hat.
They play today
He actually
against the
wore
Golden
an
State
Angels
Warriors.
jersey for a reason.
Because
What's your theory?
the hope is that Donald Sterling gets voted out or somehow doesn't become the Clipper owner, and we call up my boy Artie Moreno, moves the Clippers to the Honda Center, but still keep the LA name for the Clippers.
And then overpay for like Carmelo Anthony and like
that works for me.
And then all these old stars.
We'll have the best talent in the business, just like the Angels.
And have one good player who's too young and then won't pay him and stuff like that, and not make the playoffs 6 years in a row, just like the Angels and Clippers.
Wow, I wouldn't go that far. I think the Angels will bounce back this year. Albert Pujols is having a good year already.
This is called $5-Round-MMA, and
don't get me started with the Clippers.
Angel Talk Radio, or I don't know.
Anyway, so this week we got awesome show, UFC 172, The Fallout. Albert's still a little bitter about John Jones' performance, even though he won. People saying one of the best performances he's ever had in the octagon.
No,
right?
and I agree. We'll talk about it later more, but I agree. He had one of the best performances of a lifetime, but I got some issues.
But that's
I know.
Also,
what does that mean?
Also, super excited. We got Fred and Bony from Bony Acai. You guys know the logo from Little Machida, Roxic, Glover Teixeira, Vitor Belfort. So we're gonna have both those guys on.
Of course, I know this logo. I see him in Cheetah all the time. Yep. I follow him in Cheetah on Instagram. Of course, I'm familiar with this.
So if you guys don't know, just stick around. We'll have an awesome interview with them. But as for right now, let's play What the Tweet.
What the
we haven't tweeted in a while.
So all these tweets, I basically go around and these are all tweets from.
Guillermo tweeted this morning.
These are all tweets.
I couldn't resist
from fighters regarding UFC 172. Just reaction. It's always funny to see what guys say. So I'm going to read the tweet out, and I guys want you to guess who said the tweet. Right?
Okay.
So I'll try. You want to play? Sure. I'll try is playing. So first tweet, Anthony Johnson. Bro, you were born to be a bully just like your pit bulls. Badass fight. Psalm 23. Was that A, Vitor Belfort, B, Diego Sanchez, or C, Ray Seffel? I'll let Charlie go first.
Diego Sanchez.
B, Diego Sanchez. Albert?
Ray Seffel.
That's what C, Ray Seffel.
C? Diego Sanchez said that.
Oh, what?
Tweeted that out.
Diego said that?
Yep.
I didn't know Diego and Rampage
or Anthony Johnson.
Anthony Rumble Johnson were really good friends.
The Psalm 23 should have been the giveaway. Remember, Diego's all yes, came with the cross. I threw Vitor Belfort to you guys around too.
No, because I think if it was Vitor Belfort, it'll be all in caps, and you would have been yelling it.
Yeah. You can follow Diego Sanchez at Diego Sanchez UFC. Second one, this one's gonna be near and dear to Guillermo's heart. I think I'm a jinx. I thought Davis would win this one. Clearly not. Great fight by Rumble. Was it A, Kenny Florian, B, Brian Stan, or C, Joe Lozon? Albert?
That was J-Lo.
J-Lo, C? Guillermo, go.
What was A? It was Ken Flo, and B was Brian Stan?
Yeah, and C, Joe Lozon.
I want to say someone close to him, so Brian Stan.
Brian Stan.
To Phil Davis.
B, I'll try. Who you got? C, Joe Lozon? Joe Lozon it was.
What the He guessed.
He guessed. No. So you guessed too. So the third, you can follow Joe Lozon on Twitter at Joe Lozon.
Man, it seems like you always throw a Joe Lozon tweet.
Hey, he has good tweets. Look, that was a good tweet, right?
Yeah, it
was.
That's
the only reason I read his tweets. He does actually. He's a very Twitter-friendly guy.
Yeah. So second one, I have to edit this one because it does have a curse word in it. It's simple. Holy poop at Luke Rockhold, but with the S. That's all it was. So was it A, Ken Velasquez, B, Daniel Cormier, or C, Nick Newell?
I'm going to say B.
B? You going
Daniel
B?
Cormier.
Albert, who you got?
I got my boy Nick.
Nick. C, I'll let you who you got? B, Daniel Cormier. And then Albert pulls away with the lead. It was Nick Newell, Notorious. What? You can follow him on Twitter at Notorious Nick.
I do follow him.
I mean, Luke Rockhold was like, holy crap, right? His performance.
Yeah, but I would think someone in
DC is a very how do you say it? He chooses his words wisely, and I don't think he would say that.
Next one, I always root for Strikeforce guys. Can't help it. Was it A, Misha Tate, B, Sarah Kaufman, or C, King Mo? Guillermo. I always root for Strikeforce guys. Can't help it. Misha Tate, Sarah Kaufman. We need like a little timer, like a little Jeopardy
yeah,
song.
for
I wanted
Did you
to
see it? Can we
okay,
get a
okay.
Jeopardy song next week? It's like dun,
Hey,
dun,
Misha
dun.
Tate.
Misha Tate.
Just because I seen you B C B.
Sarah,
Oh, Charlie. C. King Mo.
I got
Albert.
Sarah Kaufman.
Albert is a troll on Twitter. He got that one right again.
What? You damn troll.
I live under
I
a
hate
bridge.
trolls.
All right, last one. Anyone who wants the title shot at 205 after tonight? I think's nada. Is it A, Derek Brunson, B, Melvin Gillard, or C, Leonard Garcia? Ollie the Trolley. C? Albert.
Derek Brunson.
Caramel.
I say A, Derek Brunson.
You just said that because you knew I was right.
No.
It is A, Derek Brunson.
Because he hasn't done A.
You can follow. Oh, no, don't try it. He was horrible last time at What the Tweet, and he's at this time. Oh, you can follow Sarah Kaufman at MMA Sarah, at Derek Brunson at Derek Brunson MMA. Albert, we all know what Albert does in his free time. It's either W Network and Twitter, right?
All I do is tweet and WWE.
Yeah, that's it. So stick around. We have an
Awesome interview.
with Bony Monteiro and Fred Siaosi from Bony Acai Energy Drink. So stick around, guys.
Please visit FiveRoundMMA.com on our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. FiveRoundMMA.com.
All right, joining us now on the 5-Round MMA Hotline. We are very pleased to have Fred Siaosi and Bony Monteiro of Bony Acai. Guys, how you doing?
Very good, very good. Thank you for having us.
I want to thank you guys for taking the time to speak with us. We know that fight fans know what Bony Acai is. They may see the logo on like the UFC's probably most famous fighters, Vitor Belfort, Lyoto Machida, last night's Glover Teixeira. So can we just give a quick run through what is Bony Acai?
So I think the best definition for Bony Acai is like a kind of a dream for a Brazilian. We have a plan to take the acai from the Amazon region and deliver and show for all over the world. Of course, we are doing better job in promote the brand than deliver the product because the distribution is kind of a challenge all over the world. It's so difficult, but we are learning every day like our Brazilian fighters.
So the essence of acai, what's the benefits and health benefits for a person to take this drink?
Well, the health benefits is that it's going to help your body function better. It's going to has antioxidants. It's high in antioxidants. One of the highest fruits or highest contents fruits containing antioxidants. Sorry about that. And overall health.
And
And the key,
sorry.
the key is not delivered. The key is not delivered just the health benefits, but something really tasty. Because we have many things what's good for your health, but it's not that good to drink or to eat. And we try to join the two things. Do you understand?
Yeah, that's just the problem with like a lot of these the health and like the pre-workout and post-workout is like the taste is really bad sometimes. But they say, oh, it's good for you, but like some people just can't get past that the bitterness of some of those drinks.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, that's what everything we do, we always want to make everything taste good, because if it tastes good, then people will drink it, they'll use it, and they'll enjoy it and share it.
Yep.
And then this is Albert. Real quick, I think a lot of United States, a lot of Americans aren't familiar with the acai palm. Do you feel that you have to educate about the actual fruit or just the energy drink itself?
I think the major problem with the U.S. market is not we don't have to educate. I think we just have to give for the Americans the real deal, the real acai. Because in all my trips to America, I have been trying so many juices and so many products over there, and they're so far away from the real Brazilian thing. And that's the way we try to do. We try to ship the real deal now. And I think the education will come like eventually. The people will drinking, will liking. I think that's the way.
And then this is Guillermo. Just really quick, how did you associate yourself with the UFC or MMA in general?
So many years ago, I live in Belém, Pará, okay? And Lyoto was born in Bahia, but he lives in Belém, the same town. Mm-hmm. So he and his family, and we get friends, and he's starting the UFC. In the beginning, nobody believed him. A karate boy, we go inside we will be in the UFC. He cannot be there. He will not be a champion ever. And I definitely believe that. I believe in, I kind of got the guy who believes in impossible things. Mm-hmm. What looks impossible in the beginning. So I believe in Lyoto. He believed in me, of course. I believe in acai. And even UFC was not that big at that time, know. And before the UFC came to Brazil, I already there. You know, I already sponsored the UFC. I started to sponsor the UFC in Canada before they came to Brazil. So now he becomes so big in Brazil, and he's already big in US. I know in US you have so many other sports, but I believe in that, and we have lucky, and Lyoto grows, MMA grows, UFC grows, and many other fighters like Big Nog, like Vitor Belfort, like even Glover Teixeira. Do you see that? For example, yesterday night, Glover lost the fight, but he win the crowd because he never quit like a real Brazilian. It's not easy for us, but we never quit and keep going.
Now, Bony and Fred, I know like you guys got your roots started with fighters promoting the acai, but how is it important to get like crossover athletes from other sports promoting the drink?
Yeah, it's very important. We're a Brazilian product, so we started with MMA and we started with the Brazilian fighters, and we grew from there. So when we began with Lyoto, everybody wanted, all the Brazilians were saying, because at that time there wasn't really a good Brazilian company sponsoring anywhere in the UFC, so everybody wanted to be associated with that. But now that we have a foothold in the market and everybody knows the brand, at least within the MMA world, we're starting to branch out because that's the future. So we're starting to go with, we have a CrossFit models. We sponsor a lot of the girls, Miss Arizona for one, Jordan Wessel. She's competing for the Miss USA pageant in next month. We also have some surfers out of California, and we're just starting to pick up some skateboarders.
Oh wow!
And we also have some stand-up paddle guys. Chuck Patterson, which is if you're in the stand-up paddle world, he's like a legend. He's been using the product, one of our supporters, for a very long time. So we understand that it is definitely something that needs to be done. We're taking it slow because, one is the cost involved. So we don't want to go out there and sponsor everybody. I mean, if we had the money like Red Bull or something like that, that would be great.
Yeah.
But we've got to start slow.
So I know, Bonnie, you touched on it, like what Glover showed his heart and like the Machida's desire. So what do you guys look for in sponsored athletes? Like, okay, I want to sponsor. I see something in this guy or this girl that I want to sponsor. Like, what do you look for characteristic wise in athletes?
It's a very good question. Of course, we don't want just a very, very good fighter. If the guy's very, very good fighter, is okay. But if he's not a good person, we are not interested on him or her. Of course, we make some mistakes, but definitely try to choose the right ones. And until now, I think in the majority we have very good persons. You can see, like I told you, like Glover, like Lyoto, like Big Nog. They are such a nice persons outside of the ring. You understand?
Yeah.
They show respects for the opponents, and I think we keep trying to choose the right ones.
A good example is we're also trying to find a young fighters with good character and good heart. Max Holloway last night. You guys watched him fight.
Yep.
We picked him up when he was like 20 or 21, and have been supporting him out of Hawaii. And he's been a great supporter of the brand. It's a great young fighter. We think for him, he's got a great future. So we have the champions, and then we want to support and grow with the next champions. Brendan Schaub is another heavyweight that we have that we've been supporting him for years. He was our first American or non-Brazilian that we did sponsor and have under contract. And he's been a great ambassador for us there in the U.S. and international. So, I mean, we're trying to find, like Boney said, solid character, guys with good hearts that train and that represent the brand well everywhere, not just in our local communities.
And show for them we are there for them and with them, even when they lose, because everybody can make mistakes, even us, even them. And for example, with Glover, he lost yesterday, but the next time we will be there. No problem.
That's one of your guys' values is loyalty, focus, and excellence. I know you see, like, you always read about fighters losing sponsors after they lose a fight, and it's almost a shame. But it's really great to hear that you guys are supporting and backing fighters no matter what, win or lose, and that's because their characters are so well in the community and in the ring, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we understand that in life. We all go through ups and downs, and we all have the battles, and sometimes we lose. It's not about whether we lose. It's about whether we can get up and keep going forward. And that's what we try to find in our fighters. We're going to be with those guys, hopefully forever. Some people, they kind of go the other direction and we don't stick with them. But for the most part, once you're a bony fighter, you're going to be a bony fighter for a long time.
That's awesome.
Like we have been proving this with acts,
Yeah.
We are with those guys for years, and I cannot say just us. They choose us too. For example, some companies, like you told, just choose when they are winning and winning and winning. Us, no, if they win or lose, if they're good, if they give the maximum, we will be there. This is the problem. This is the way it is.
And then, real quick, I want to talk about some of your other products. One popular drink here in the United States is coconut water. You guys do have a coconut water, but yours is actually kind of unique and special. Can you guys talk about that?
Yeah, the coconut water that we have, I mean, we wanted to differentiate between everybody else's coconut water. And what we also wanted to do was to make something that tastes good. And in my mind, I really enjoy coconut water, but I enjoy it out of the coconut, fresh off or maybe out of the freezer. And then you crack it open. And for me, that's the best. But seeing how none of us, or that most of us, don't live right where the coconuts grow.
Yeah, really.
I can't drink 100% coconut water, a whole bottle or a whole can. It just, after a while, it doesn't, it's not refreshing. It's good for you. It's like what we talked about earlier. It's things that are good for you. Sometimes they don't taste that great.
Yeah, it's like when you're a kid, right? Like you eat your vegetables. I don't want it. They taste nasty, but they're good for you. But like your parents try to trick you into like eating this stuff. But this stuff is obviously the goal is to make it taste good.
Our parents will put like cheese on it, or ranch dressing, or whatever it takes to make us eat it. So we kind of did the same thing. We thought to ourselves, hey, we have coconuts, plenty of coconuts in Brazil. We have acai. We mixed acai with all of our products. So we used a coconut concentrate and mixed that with water as well as a clarified acai. And we made our drink more refreshing. So it's you still get the electrolytes and the benefits of your coconut water. And then you have a clarified acai that you can put in there and get the benefits of the acai berry. And then when you drink it, you can drink the whole thing and not just drink like half the bottle. Like sometimes I'll drink half the bottle of the pure coconut water, and then I put it away in the freezer and in the fridge or something. But with this, you could pound it all in one go.
And then the other thing I wanted to talk about real quick too is another product you have isn't necessarily a drink or anything, but it's your Bony Weight Loss. .com. Can you talk a little bit about that and how that works? Because I know right now, I mean, everybody struggles with getting into shape and eating good and actually just having a healthy lifestyle in general.
Yeah, with our Bony Weight Loss, we wanted to create something that because you nailed it right there. We're all struggling with our weight, especially my friend here. So.
Of course, he's talking for himself. He's dreamy now.
So we wanted to find the newest and some things that are natural. So we went out. We have the acai, which is we put in all of our products, but we also wanted to put in Garcinia gamboja. We wanted to put in yakan, which is a root out of Peru. We wanted to put in there the green coffee bean, and see the things that are today pretty hot in the market as far as being able to lose weight. And we wanted to add those with our acai, and it comes in a powder stick. You just tear the stick open and you pour it into your water. You drink it twice a day, and with proper exercise and a good diet, you'll drop some weight.
That's like, I think that's the key thing is the convenience of the sticks as well, right? I mean, people are always on the go. They work out after they go to work or before they go to school, and then the convenience of the sticks is awesome, right?
Yeah, the convenience of the stick is incredible because it's on the go. It's everybody. You're supposed to drink 8 glasses of water a day. Something, it's better to drink more. And when you do that, the water, add some of the Bony Weight Loss in your water, and you juice up your water, which is going to help you, shed some pounds.
Yeah. All right, Fred and Boney, we'll let you go. It would take up too much of your time. We want to thank you for taking the time and speaking with us. All the products we talked about are available on BonyAcaiUSA.com. You can follow them on Facebook, Facebook.com/BonyAcai, Instagram @BonyAcaiUSA, and Twitter @BonyAcai. I want to thank you guys, Fred and Boney. Thank you so much for the time to speak with us. We really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you guys. Thanks, Albert, Alex, Guillermo. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
So much
Thank
for
you,
the
Boney.
opportunity.
Thank you
Thanks
very
so much
much.
for the opportunity, my friend.
Thank you.
Please visit FiveRoundMMA.com on our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. FiveRoundMMA.com.
All right, welcome back. UFC 172 took place this last Saturday. And Albert just said during the break that this card was, as an expletive, I can't say the word, the C word.
No, because we are a rated G program.
He basically said UFC 172 was poop.
It was not that great.
I mean, just because the outcome of the main event didn't go with the way you wanted, the whole card from top to bottom was poop.
No,
Yes.
it was actually a really
It was
good
a good card. Good
Yes, it was a
finishes,
really good card.
battles.
Listen.
Just because one fight didn't go your
If
way.
someone gives me ice cream and doesn't put the cherry on top, you know what the ice cream is?
What?
Poop.
No, man, the ice
but
cream is
still,
still
the
good.
performance
Depending on the
alone
flavor.
of John Jones was
No.
1,000 cherries.
And I was texting Alex throughout the thing, and I kid you not, at one point I gave in to John Jones. He submitted me. I was like, you know what, John Jones? I respect you, bro. You know what, John Jones? You are the pound for pound. Jones, I'm about to take back everything said, and and then just like true paper champion.
What'd he do?
He runs away the last a minute and 30 seconds. Like literally runs away from the fight.
We had this conversation.
Paper
We
champion.
had this conversation
see-
on the drive over here.
No, but
You
that
gotta
shows you the type
separate-
of character he is.
But
That's
you got to separate sport from fight.
Yeah.
Okay. In sport, how many times when you're blowing out your opponent do you go into cruise control?
Well, true. I mean, like, was it
But
called garbage
look-
time in the NBA, right?
Yeah, but
Didn't
guess what?
Jeff
Those garbage players-
Francoeur in AAA pitch during a
They're
blowout?
still trying hard.
Of
They're
AAA?
still trying
no,
hard,
they're
bro.
not trying hard.
The garbage
They're on
players are
cruise-
still trying to score, bro.
True.
They're still trying to score.
They're on cruise control, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
John Bon
still
Jones
trying,
knew
though.
he had it.
Still trying.
Albert needs to separate himself from
Okay.
a fight to a sport.
Okay,
he
there-
had the win in the bag. Why risk more
Yeah.
injury?
Look,
Why
fighters-
risk of getting knocked out? And and in a fight, yes, that's considered running, but he's thinking about it as a fight, not
Okay.
as a sport. Then that's my gripe.
Can
on
I
him.
go?
Yeah, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
There's ways a fighter can defend himself without running. There's ways a fighter can prevent getting injured without running. He was literally running,
Literally running.
from the fight.
You're literally getting punched.
I thought we went from a MMA fight to a track meet.
It wasn't that
That's
bad.
it was that bad, bro.
Okay.
it was that bad.
And Albert says it went from a dance contest to MMA fight to a track meet in the beginning.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Just John Jones' cycle of UFC 172.
Even if you're blocking those shots, you're blocking it punches. So there's that injury factor.
Yeah.
So of course you
had
don't
that
want to
lane,
get.
You can do, some
No,
But-
he makes it sound so
Yeah.
easy when
Because
a
it is.
world class freaking athlete is punching
Yeah.
your brains out, or
Nah,
he's
man.
trying to punch you out.
I mean, that last round came to the point, like, well, actually, with the last two rounds,
Yeah.
all Glover had to do was just land one punch.
And
he
that's
knew
what
it,
that's what Glover was trying to do. One punch knockout. Why
But-
would you stand in the pocket
but
to
John Jones was way too smart, too good to get caught in that. He even
Thank
said,
you.
too,
And then I also disagree with the judges. All three judges gave you 50-45.
47, 48,
Eh,
48,
no,
47.
that? And that's why in the fifth
I
round,
honestly think
he
Glover
didn't.
Teixeira won the first two rounds. I don't know what fight they were watching.
I think from what I was watching the post fight on UFC on Fox Sports, and a lot of them, Daniel Cormier, Brian Stan, and Chelsea, were giving credit for Glover Teixeira for that first round.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
after
yeah,
that, if anything, maybe the first round, but I don't think.
No,
it was
I
that.
think he for
Outside
sure
of the
got
first
the
round,
maybe the second, but I really think they should have given
No,
him 2 rounds.
since day one, John Bon Jones has been the best fighter, and I even called him out when he was, before he was a champion, that he
Yeah.
was going to be the next big thing. And
Until he revenges his loss against Mark Hamill, he would never be
Matt
the
Hamill.
Matt Hamill.
Matt Hamill.
Matt Hamill was waiting in the wings, right? He was waiting. All this talk about DC and Gustafson. Where's the Matt Hamill rematch?
Why haven't I seen the Matt Hamill rematch?
Well, the thing is,
You would think
not-
John Jones wants to avenge that, right?
yeah, I would, but I mean, like, if you almost kill a guy, I mean, that what more
Well,
do you
guess
have
what?
to
That's
prove?
against the rules,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, he's gonna get Gustafson again.
Rules
So
are
how many
rules.
wins does this John Bon Jones have to get
It
until he
doesn't
gets your
matter
credibility?
if
It's
you
not-
went by a mile
not how many,
or
it's
a
how you
quarter
win,
mile. A win's a win.
But I mean, for
Exactly.
Albert, it's
That's
not-
the thinking for me.
It's how he wins, right, Albert?
Yeah, it's how champions or how they win, bro.
That's true.
Look,
I mean, you already made
When
it to
do
the
you
top
see
already, right?
Hannibal Brown run? Never. When do you see him finish? Every single fight, bro.
True.
John Bon, someone actually, I wish I can remember who tweeted this out, but he said something like, "Oh wow, John Bon Jones fought like Anderson Silva, by doing the dodges. He fought like Mayweather or
Staying in the pocket,
stay in the pocket and trade. But what did he say? And then,
Thank you very much,
Thank
Albert
you,
Cena,
Albert.
but
everybody.
the point was that he ran at the end.
Okay.
The point is that you don't like John Bon Jones.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna
really
find
what
that.
it
I'm gonna find that quote because it was a good
But I thought it
one.
was funny too. Like he said, pound for pound. Errol Hawani asked Dana White too. Like, is John Jones the pound for pound best fighter in the world? Dana White's like, yeah, of course he is. But his opinion kind of changes after every time.
Yeah, every time a new fighter fights.
I mean, like I think last month it was Henry Brown,
Yes.
the pound for pound. So it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of funny. Dana White.
Okay, I found it. It was from Junior Hernandez.
Okay.
He's an MMA fighter. He put at John Bone Jones impersonated Roy Jones, hands behind the back. At Anderson Silva, up elbows, forearm with peekaboo defense.
Okay.
And GSP by not finishing.
Oh wow, that is a
And I
pretty good
agree.
quote.
But that's all good company. So
yeah. So let's go back down to the bottom of this card, UFC 172.
Oh yeah, there was other fights.
Yeah, probably one of the two best knockouts back to back. Chris Beal made his UFC
almost
debut.
the two best submissions back to back too.
But Chris Beal, the first fight of the night, one of the probably most amazing
The flying
fight knees
knee.
you'll ever
Yeah.
see for his debut. Awesome knockout. But the next fight after that, Danny Castillo,
Dude, Charlie Bird. Oh my gosh,
poor
dude.
Charlie Brenneman.
I had never seen a ref so worried about a man's life
Yeah.
until I saw Berman get knocked out, dude.
it's
Out
funny.
of the two, which one did you prefer? You like? I mean, the flying knee
The
was pretty
flying knee
amazing.
was
More
flashy,
spectacular.
Yeah.
It's
but
kind of like
the
Anthony Pettis' flying kick.
Yeah.
the actual knockout.
Yeah.
Charlie was out.
That was
cold,
vicious.
dude.
It was
That guy
just more
was like-
dangerous
Yeah.
and more deadly.
What makes it more funny because Charlie
His
Brennan
hair,
has
yeah.
that big bushy hair. So whenever he gets punched, you just slow motion his hair and
Boom.
it just
Yeah, and it
waves
wiggles.
around. He gets knocked out. But yeah,
Big win for Danny Castillo.
Yeah.
By the way, he did have his back against the fence, so to speak.
yeah. Also, Gomi comes back.
Unanimous
Great
decision.
performance.
A lot of
It-
love from the Diaz brothers the whole week.
Yeah. Well, I know. Did Nate Diaz fight Gomi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my
they
boy,
still like him.
and then my
your-
boy Joseph Benavidez.
Your biggest gripe, how he wasn't on the main card, but I think he was pretty good.
Yeah, but imagine if that would have been in the main card. You excel.
I agree to that
Joseph
point that you
Benavidez.
need to demonstrate,
And,
that,
like,
that weight class.
And again, I don't want to like.
But Max Holloway did
I-
well.
I-
Jim
that-
Miller
no,
did
that's what
well.
I'm
So,
saying.
I mean,
I don't want people to think that I don't think Max Holloway, Jim Miller, or pay per view status,
Mhm.
but Joseph Benavidez is knocking on the door on the championship. Jim Miller and Max Holloway
got
still
knocked out
two
himself.
fights away though. But after this performance, I mean,
you
the
would
fight-
actually
the-
put Joseph Benavidez versus DJ again for a third time after
not gonna happen.
DJ.
But
Yes,
the
thank
only
you.
way the only
DJ
way,
destroyed
the
him
only way
twice.
It's not going to
Yeah.
happen. Is what I if Ian McCall can finally get to a fight
Yeah.
and win, I think he's up next, and then it's Joseph Benavidez.
Mm.
But
No,
if,
well,
Ian
no.
McCall, if Ian McCall loses,
Well, you got Mighty Mouse is already scheduled to face Ali
Yes.
Bagdasarov
Yeah.
for the. So honestly, Joseph Benavidez is praying and hoping that
Yes.
Ali
Yeah,
wins.
then
That's the,
then
that's the
That's
only
wide
way,
open.
that's the other
that's
way.
the
Well,
only
there's
way
one
he'll
open
get DJ ever again is if DJ is not
Loses,
the champ.
yeah.
If he's not the champion, then you could see that fight again.
Yeah.
But as long as
Even if he were
Demetrius
to beat
Johnson
John
is the
Johnson,
champion,
even
it
if he
doesn't
beat
matter.
Ian
It
McCall.
doesn't matter.
He beat him twice.
Yes,
already. I
and
mean,
the way he beat him, that's the thing. The way he beat
he got caught flat-footed,
I know,
bro.
but that division's so like thin right now. You need to bump up stars.
exactly. You don't want to see a third time, especially so soon.
And
I
so,
want,
yeah,
I want to see a fourth time.
so obviously, real off the main card, Max Holloway defeated Andre Fili, Jim Miller defeated Yancy Mineros, and then also want to get to
Luke Rockhold.
Luke
man.
Rockhold make like
And he called out Vitor Belfort.
Dana White said like he was able to destroy Tim Bosch and not even mess up his hair. That's how fast it was.
No, but this is what I was telling Guillermo this on the way over here.
Gives too much credit to,
Watch
to
Luke-
Luke Rockhold.
Look,
man.
no.
Okay, that's my
Luke-
question. That's my question here.
No, man.
No, he said
Okay.
too much credit from
Oh.
Luke Rockhold. Remember last week we had a conversation about Tim Kennedy.
Yes.
Is Luke Rockhold now next in line for the after?
No.
Should he get
No.
Machida?
He has
No.
2 wins over
No.
Tim Kennedy. 2 wins.
Okay,
Okay,
but-
but that's Tim Kennedy. But does he? I don't think he's above the Gator. I don't think he's.
Jacare?
Yeah, I don't think
Jack
he's
Ray's hurt
above-
right now, though.
Yeah, but I don't think he's above Jacare. I don't think he's above Vitor Belfort, and I don't think he's
Even
above.
with the whole TRT thing, like.
But
now,
the TRT, he made a good point
Yeah.
that maybe now without TRT, does Luke Rockhold really have a chance against Vitor Belfort? I want to see that. But you still
Yes.
have Gegard
Yeah, but
Mousasi.
that's-
You still have what's his name, the Cubano.
Cubano.
Yoel
Hector
Romero?
Lombard?
No,
Hector
Romero.
Lombard.
No,
Hector
Yo-
Lombard.
Yo- no, Hector Lombard's
Wait.
170.
Yeah.
Yoel Romero.
Oh yeah, Yo Romero. There
So
you go.
even without you don't think like Tim Bosch is like at least top 3, top 4?
No,
no, Tim
but
Bocha.
what I'm saying-
When's the last time he won? That's
But
the,
but what
I
I'm
can't
saying
even
is
remember.
Luke Rockhold. I mean, he Costa Philippou. He freaking destroyed him. And Costa was
As you
considered
yeah.
a contender at one point.
Tim Boetsch?
He freaking ran him over, dude. It wasn't even a fight.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a fight.
Costa Philippou
But-
made Luke,
but that shows you
Tim
that shows
Boetsch
you
look
how much
like a joke.
That
Is
shows
the
you how
common
much.
denominator to Tim Boetsch? here?
Yeah, I mean it's just a big circle. Go beat Vitor Belfort. I know he
But
called him out, so go beat him
Listen,
again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say is this is how
He's
much
not the next in
TRT
line.
helps.
Yeah.
Because what Vitor was able to do to Luke Rockhold, and then what Luke Rockhold does to the other
Yeah.
fighters, that shows you the where it's at. Look at Dan
I
Henderson
know.
for crying out loud.
So do you think it would be wrong for the UFC to set up Rockhold versus Belfort as opposed to letting Belfort sit back and get the winner of Machida and
I think they
Weidman?
should do. I think Luke deserves that rematch, but in American soil.
Okay, but no, I mean,
That's true.
Again,
That's
is that the wrong thing to do?
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
What, Belfort kind of
think
shafted that.
But I think Luke Rockhold.
Belfort was promised a title shot.
But he was promised, but the whole TRT, you know,
Yeah.
that he can't legally take it in Las
Well,
Vegas.
he's off of it now. So.
Yeah, so he's off of it. So I still think, you know, everything on the track record,
Yeah.
he's earned the title
And
shot. So
actually,
I think
but
he's next.
It could make sense though for Belfort because remember he said like, "Oh, I'm stepping down from my title shot because I want more time to train
Yeah.
without TRT."
Yeah.
So why not take a fight to prove that he can,
Yeah.
you know, fight?
Yep.
without
Yeah, but
TRT?
at the same
In a-
time,
in a
Vitor
perfect way
Belfort
to
has
compare-
Yeah.
has everything to lose with the rematch to Luke Rockhold at this point in
Yeah.
But he
time.
also
It's
has
true, yeah,
everything
it's
to
true.
prove.
But
though.
why not take on an upcoming guy like Yoel Romero? Like, oh, I got this. You
So
know,
Luke Rockhold?
no. Vitor Belfort taking someone like Yoel
Oh,
Romero.
no, I think it's either Belfort's waiting for a title
when
shot.
you
I
when,
think.
Yeah.
when you get to the level
But
of Vitor, it's only named fighters from then on.
That's
Yeah.
true too. But at the same time, I think for Luke Rockhold, he has to face Vitor Belfort's ahead of him, and I think
Well, I hate to
Mousasi.
interrupt you, but
Yeah.
you can
Isn't-
thank John Bone Jones, but because of John Bone Jones, we've run out of time.
No, we got one more thing I'm talking
We got
about.
one more thing?
One more thing to talk
All
about.
right.
The bandwagon of Phil Davis.
Ooh.
Lost his wheel. Guillermo, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Phil Davis was a little let down, but I think he was overlooking Anthony Rumble Johnson. I think Anthony Rumble Johnson, for being a heavyweight, coming down to light heavyweight, he wasn't prepared for that big muscle weight, and you could tell a little bit. But at the end of the day, I still think Phil Davis, if he has a rematch, he'll be better prepared, and he will actually beat Anthony Rumble
You
Johnson.
think so?
Yeah, I
Nope,
think so.
I 100% don't think so. Anthony Rumble Johnson is just too strong, dude. It looked like he was fighting a kid out there, bro. Like, he would go for a takedown, push him away, freaking.
But there's reasons why Anthony Rumble
was
out of the UFC.
Powering him.
So I mean, yeah, but I mean, obviously Johnson showed he belongs in the UFC now. Right weight class, right part mentality now, training wise.
Yeah.
he just beat one of the top guys in the division, Phil Davis. So, but back to the drawing board now
I
for
think
Phil
he
Davis.
fights Glover next.
You think
to
so?
tell the truth.
Who
I think-
does?
If Glover,
Anthony
if,
Rumble?
if
I
Glo-
know we're kind of short on time here, but like, how do you book Glover Teixeira now? I mean, he was an unstoppable force, the most dangerous guy to fight. John Jones.
now you feed him to the wolves, bro.
Just
What they should have done.
just
Well,
boom.
yeah,
Give him
and
Anthony
that-
Rumble
that-
Johnson.
That was my
Yeah.
criticism of Glover Teixeira, that he wasn't thrown into the wolves. He was a little pampered
Give
all
him
the way
Dan
up.
Henderson.
So now he's all the way-
Chuck
Yeah.
Liddell, no, don't take that match because you know we want the title shot.
Yeah.
It's like no, not let's put him against the best top light heavyweights in the world
Yeah,
and see
I
if
see
he's
Anthony Rumble
really.
Johnson versus Glover next.
That's a good matchup. So,
Yeah.
obviously now John Jones is successful. Now the rematch we all want to see, right? Gustafsson and Jones too. Rumor was takes place in Sweden. You guys, you like that idea in Europe, or you want to?
I love it. I love
I
Sweden.
I do and I don't. I do like the venue, but I hate that the champion has to travel outside of his. I think that contenders have to come to the to the champion's
Well,
You
home.
have
it
to
is the
go
rematch we all wanna
and
see.
sell the UFC to the
Yeah.
world.
That's
Come
true,
on
but like in
now.
every other sport, you fight for home
It's
court
not fair.
advantage.
I'm an American and I'm not greedy, bro. Let's give out
Well,
some of our pay-per-view main events.
Obviously,
out
the rematch is set now. So from now till then, we have plenty of time to talk about it. Well, but I think that's it for today, right?
there.
UFC 172 in the books. The John Jones reign is still continuing strong. So until then, next week, make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at FiveRoundMMA. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on iTunes, YouTube, and Podomatic for all our Android-friendly fans. Always check out FiveRoundMMA.com for the first place you can see this web show. And also OvertimeNation.com.
Yeah.
If you're a sports fan,
Just hit them up. I mean, if you like any form of sports entertainment, hit 'em
exactly.
up.
From professional wrestling to the NFL, the draft coming up. Obviously, they also broke the sad news for me is that Mike D'Antoni is going to come back as the Lakers coach.
Why?
So-
Another losing season for the Lakers.
Why?
So I had to read the article. Thanks to Overtime Nation. So we also contribute there. So read our
Yes.
articles, commentaries, editorials. OvertimeNation.com. Make sure to follow him on Twitter at overtime_nation.
Yeah, don't forget about Albert's tennis articles that he's going to be publishing as
and
well.
also, if you're an aspiring writer, just contact. Go to
I
Over-
will still be writing
hit you
about
up.
Andy Roddick, regardless if he's retired.
What's his last match?
But he still provides content on Fox Sports, so
Okay.
I do reviews on that.
I want to send a big thank you to Redemption Martial Arts, the RMA Foundation, is a nonprofit organization committed to anti-bullying awareness. Please visit redemptionmartialarts.com and see how you can join the movement to stop bullying. Follow them on Twitter at redemption_MA. Rise up against bullying. A big thank you to the Madhouse clothing line for the fighter and fight fanatic. Go shop themadhouse.com and follow them on Twitter at the Madhouse MMA. And while you're following them on Twitter, follow Redemption Martial Arts, like I said, and follow us and hashtag MMA Against Bullying for your chance to win a free Madhouse t-shirt.
Damn, son.
And also, lastly, finally, Oliver Charlie, who is today's top-rated star of the show?
Thank you. Man, I shut you up pretty
Hey,
good.
that
on
John
that
Jones
you
argument
know
was
why?
pretty good.
Argument.
He feels sorry for
I
it
think
because
he took-
he's a Clipper fan.
Oh,
Whoa. That's sensitive subject at the moment.
I know we can't. Well, technically, we can't really talk about it because it's still
Oh, yeah.
pending investigation.
Yes.
But as always, the top-rated star of the show is brought to you by Top Rated MMA, makers for 100% American-made MMA apparel. Go shop topratedmma.com and follow them on Twitter at topratedmma. Albert, take us away.
I'd like to thank your executive producer, Guillermo Cita, our engineer over there, Ollie the Trolley, even though he's always unfair. Steven Razo with Razo Records. Hit him up for any of your sound needs. If you don't have the network, go get it. Because House of Legends or Legend House,
Legends House.
it's gold. It's pure gold. I can't wait till
Little awkward at
I'm
times.
already waiting for the next season to see which other wrestlers they're
How
going to
about
put together.
how about Legends Divas House? We got all the old
See?
Tori and
This
Trish
concept
Stratus,
is
Lita.
unlimited. This concept, thanks everybody for listening.
Oh, yeah. Cream of the crop.